Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. In this video, we are going to cover the NIOS Senior Secondary Course Computer Science topic, Lesson 4 Operating System. This is for the public examination according to the new syllabus. This content can also be used by anybody who is studying operating system belonging to computer science background. So let's jump into that. If you're new here, I would like you to subscribe to the channel, give it a like if you enjoy this content. And if you are already here, they can give it a like if you enjoy this content. Do comment your feedback in the comment section, and let's begin. So we are going to see the topic operating system. So usually hardware and software are the two things that you have to know. So hardware, all the physical parts that are there is known as hardware, and software, it is set of instructions or programs and the data used to operate computers and perform some task. Okay, so they are software. So you have to know these two basics, hardware and software, what it is. Again, software is divided into many types. Out of that, one is system software. So what it does is control the internal operation of the computer. It acts as a bridge between hardware and the application software. So operating system is one among them. The topic that we are going to learn here is operating system. Example of operating systems are Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and so many others are there. So this is an example of operating system, and this operating system comes under the topic system software. Also see examples of other system software listed here. One is application software. So application software, how it is different from system software is it is used for performing a particular task. Okay, for what it is designed, that process it will do. For example, word processors. So examples of word processor are MS Word, Google Docs. So these are used for preparing documents and all. Spreadsheets like Excel and all, where you can do calculations, formulas, all those stuffs are available in your Excel and spreadsheets. So then web browser is there. It has a particular task. This task cannot be performed by some other softwares. Okay, games, for playing games, then media players, and all these comes under the heading application software. Programming software, again, tools used by programmers to write, test, and maintain some software. That is programming software, and examples are listed here. You can see from here. So middleware is also here, which connects to almost software applications or systems, and you can see the examples listed here. Though these topics are just an introduction to your operating system. So what an operating system is. So now we are starting the topic operating system. That was just a basic introduction of what an operating system looks like. So from that you may be able to understand that operating system is classified as a system software. You can see here the word is system software, and how it is division of your softwares. So system software that manages your computer hardware, software resources, and provides a common service for computer programs. So this is the basic definition of your operating system. Okay, you have got many operating system, different operating system like Windows, Linux, Mac OS, which we have already seen in our previous slide. Now, what are the roles of operating system? So operating system basically have many roles. Example of some are audio playback management. Here you can see while listening to music on a media player, when you are listening to music, the operating system retrieve the music data from the storage and send the audio signal to the speakers for playback. Okay, this is what operating system does in case of your music system, like when you are listening to a music. When it comes to a printing support, what it does is when you are using a word processor to print some documents, what it does is the operating system communicate with your printer, sending the print data to produce the output. So this is the role of your operating system. Similarly, it has many jobs to do, like resource sharing on a network. In a networked environment, the operating system coordinates access to shared resources printers, files among multiple computers to avoid conflicts. Okay, it has many jobs to do. You will be learning about them one by one. So basically these are the things that your operating system does. And also memory management. When multiple applications run on the same time, the operating system allocates memory to each of the program to ensure the smooth performance. Otherwise, what happens if that is not done, your system may hang. Okay, you may have a problem multitasking and the proper management is not done, how the memory is given to your resources. So these are all will be managed by your operating system. So these are the roles of your operating system. We will see one by one how it is doing that and what are the things involved in uh, roles of your operating system. So basic functions of your operating system, if you say, it would be hardware management. You can see what it does. File management, then comes process management, memory management, user interface, and security. These are the basic classification of your functions. We will see one by one each of them. Basic diagram of what are your operating system functions. In this video, we are going to see two: process management and memory management. So first one is process management. So this is one of the function of your operating system. So what is a process? Process is any program which is in execution. Okay, so this is the definition of a process. So example would be like running any MS Word or a system task like printing. So this can be referred to as process. Okay, and each process require resources. To run the process, it needs some resources. So what are they? CPU time. Second one is memory, file, input output devices. So these all things are involved in running of a process. Usually process go through some states. Okay, so let's see which are they. So first one is new. When the process is created, when any of the process is created, that's first stage is known as new. Next is ready. So it will be waiting for the processor. Okay, so to run the process you need the processor, so it will be waiting for it. Running stage is the next stage where instructions are being executed. Whatever is to be done, that will be given. So that is your third stage. Next comes waiting. So if you need some input or output, so it waits for that. So that is known as waiting stage. Next one is terminated. So after the process has finished its execution, it goes to the terminated stage. So basically the process goes through all these stages. Next comes process control block. So process control block, what it is, it stores some information like process ID, state, program counter, CPU registers, memory management info, and input output status. Usually the way how the processor is given to your process is based on some algorithms. Okay, we need not know all this in detail now, but though we can know the names of them. So how the process gets the resources, it is based on these algorithms. And first one is first come first served. So if it is first come first served, what happens is first process, if you have two processes, the first one, process 1 will get to be executed first, and then this process 2 based on this algorithm. Second one is shortest job next. Shortest job next will help you to execute based on the timing of your process. Like some process needs more time to be executed, like another needs just a few seconds. So the few seconds will be going first. Similarly, you have other algorithms available that are round robin, priority scheduling, and multi-level queue scheduling. So here we are not using any of these. We are just knowing the names of them. So if you want in detail, we will cover up in the upcoming videos. So for the NIOS senior secondary course, you need not know all these algorithms in detail. So when it comes to the role of operating system in process management, so as I earlier told you, operating system has many functions to go through. We are covering two, that is process management and memory management. Now we are learning process management. So process management, what needs to be done in that is, it allocates the required resources to your process. So if your process, some processes need like printing, you need to print a document. So for that process you need a printer, and you need some other thing. Whatever requirements are there, that will be allocated in your process management role of an operating system. Operating system does this: manages the CPU time among the process. If you have different process running, so how to be arranged this CPU time, that will be seen by your operating system. Then allowing the process to use the CPU for a limited time. Okay, so little time will be given. This much time it will be used by your, each process uses CPU for a limited time. Otherwise, what happens? A process which is very long may use it for longer time. Okay, next one is suspends the process after time slice ends. And what is this context switching? So we are using a new term, that is context switching. Let's see what it is. Okay, context switching, it is saving the state of one process and loading the state of another. So a process which is running will be there itself without any change to it, and the other process which needs the resource will be, the next process will be loaded. This process is known as context switching. Okay, it helps you to enable multitasking, which is taken care by your operating system. Now next one is process scheduling. So process scheduling, it ensures the maximum CPU utilization, and also helps multi-programming by switching between the process, and also it creates, deletes and schedules the processes properly. Now we have to know another term, that is deadlock. So that is being used in operating system most of the time. So what it means is, when process wait indefinitely for some resource. For example, if you need a printer and all the other process are already running with that printer, so maybe chances are there that the process one will never get to use the printer. Okay, so that can be a waiting for your process. The process one may wait indefinitely when process 2, 3 and 4 are executed. So that stage is known as deadlock. Okay, so operating system uses deadlock prevention. So this operating system's role is preventing this kind of deadlock, so that every process gets this resource, and it helps in avoiding that and detecting and then avoiding it. Okay, operating system role is memory management. So memory management, it is again a function of operating system that handles the management of your memory, how to be allocated this memory to your process. Now in this we have to know that operating system manages the primary memory, that is RAM. Okay, RAM is managed by your operating system. A program stays in RAM during your execution. Whenever the execution is happening, the program is in the main memory, that you have to know. Now multiple processors are loaded in the memory to improve the CPU utilization. So many processors in the memory RAM to improve your CPU utilization. So every process should be able to use the CPU properly without wasting any of the time, and every process should get it properly. Smooth running of your process is handled by operating system through this memory management, how the memory is allocated to them to have a better CPU utilization. Now key functions of, if you see, it keeps track of each memory location. Okay, so memory locations, you have a memory, it may be utilized. So allocated memory is utilized, and some memories are free, some space will be free, consider it is a free space. So allocates the memory to process when needed. So some process need the memory, that will be put in those memory spaces. Now deallocate memory when process finishes. So once the process is done, you have to remove that process from the memory. That also will be done, and prevents the memory leaks and protects memory access. So it should not be used unauthorized. It also helps in unauthorized memory access. Next one is memory allocation techniques. So how the memory is allocated to different process. So basically these are the methods, and this is contiguous allocation. Contiguous means continuously the block of memory is there. So if for one process it may be allotted a whole block of memory. Okay, paging. Then paging divides your memory into fixed size pages. We are not going in detail about all this, just knowing the definition of these terms. Segmentation, it divides your memory into variable size segments. And virtual memory, it is a kind of like memory that is created to have that extra space in your memory or RAM. Okay, primary memory. So these are the methods how the allocation is done. Need not know in detail now, but let's know what are these terms. Now, goals of memory management are efficient memory utilization, fast and safe memory access, isolation and protection between the process, supporting your multitasking and multi-programming. So these things are done by your operating system, where all these things are taken care when it helps in memory management. So this topic, in this video, we have tried to cover the process management and memory management roles of your operating system. And if you are from computer science background belonging to NIOS, senior secondary course, or any other course, you can also utilize this content. And if you want more information, please do comment in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you found it useful, and share this with your friends. Thank you for watching.